All right, back on SportsBit, Paulie and Teddy. Time for Big Game Breakdown. As always, liveoddsportsbookreview.com. Monday Night Football. Eagles on the road to take on the Bears. Chicago 3 minus $1.20, 42.5 the total. Wentz looked pretty good against the Brownies. They scored on the first drive, and then the pressure was off. He's going to relax because the defense played so well against RG3. He was 22 of 37 for 278, 2 scores, Teddy, but a lot of it was dink and dunk.
Yeah, I mean, half the completions went to running backs out of the backfield. And when you watched Baltimore just pick apart Cleveland's pass defense, as long as you don't throw it towards Joe Hayden, you're fine throwing against the Browns. And one thing Wentz didn't do, he didn't try to go after Joe Hayden. And he had it pretty easy because, of course, he was never in a position where he had to make throws. Friendly situation, playing at home against a very weak defense that doesn't defend the pass very well, open receivers downfield. So, yeah, Wentz looked pretty good, but the competition this week likely to be a heck of a lot tougher.
Well, John Fox knows defense. He can dial up a good game plan against a rookie.
Yeah, he sure can, And, when you think about the free agent additions that Chicago purchased, their newly purchased linebacker core in the offseason, let me read this quote from Pro Football Focus. Let me read a quote from Pro Football Focus grading them in week 1. Quote, "This offseason, the Bears signed former Colts linebacker Jarrell Freeman and Bears linebacker Danny Trevathan in an effort to shore up a unit that has struggled since the departure of Brian Urlacher. In week 1, the Chicago front office is already seeing a return on its investment as both linebackers earned top 7 grades for their position. The pair combined for 1 sack, 2 QB hurries, 16 stops, and just 12 passing yards allowed into their coverage against the Texans." And it's funny, linebacker as a position is kind of devalued in the modern NFL. It's all about pass rushers. It's all about great guys in the secondary. But John Fox has always kind of been a linebacker guy. And he's got a pair now for Chicago that were making plays in week 1 and are likely to be able to make plays here against the Philadelphia offense that is going to be a work in progress.
Yeah, 2 other things. I really like Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator at Philly. I think he's going to work wonders with that group. They've been horrible the last couple of years, especially last year. Although, this is a problem in preseason, and they didn't do much in week 1, Teddy, the offense with the new OC in Chicago.
Yeah, and again, I mean, the Bears, Jay Cutler is who he is. They do have some downfield weapons. Their offensive line is still very much a work in progress. And when you have a weak offensive line, it limits your play calling opportunities. It limits your ability to grind any clock on the ground. And of course, they fell behind by a couple of scores in week 1 as well, which limited their ability to do anything on the ground. But when Chicago's one-dimensional, they're not likely to be able to move the football particularly well, even with the explosive talent they have at wide receiver.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
So we're giving you picks every day, and you're probably making your own as well. Be sure to participate in SBR's weekly Twitter Bankroll Challenge. Just post your picks on Twitter with @SBRSportsPicks and the hashtag BetSBR before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be betting your picks, and if the bankroll is positive at the end of the week, you could win the profits. Picks must be of events taking place that day and available in at least one of the major sportsbooks shown in our Best Sportsbooks page.